name is Sarah, and first of all, I just want to thank you for watching this video. It means so much to me that you would take time out of your busy day to watch this. I promise you, I think it's gonna be interesting. I guess we all have different ideas of what's interesting, but I'm pretty sure this video is interesting. So anyway, I just want to take a few minutes to share a little bit with you about my Mary Kay journey, because I will tell you this is the last thing I ever thought I would do, and then I'm going to share with you some of my favorite facts about the Mary Kay business. Okay, so a little bit about me. Before Mary Kay, I grew up with 2 older brothers. I spent my life trying to be just like them, so I was a total tomboy when I started my business. I also have been obsessed with horses my entire life. We don't know where the obsession came from, but all I wanted to do my whole life was work with horses professionally, and that's exactly what I was doing when I was first really introduced to Mary Kay. And when they first talked to me about the business, I was like, good for you, not for me. And so I'll tell you some of my major holdbacks. I had tried direct sales in college. I was my own best customer. My parents had tried a couple direct sales businesses when I was growing up. They also had about the same success that I had had. We had a lot of products around our house and still do have some of them from like over 20 years ago. And so I just thought these direct sales things, they don't really work. And then I was really passionate about my career. I was working with horses professionally. It's all I wanted to do. And if it didn't make me a better horse person, I had no interest. And then after that, honestly, I didn't love girls. I grew up with 2 older brothers. I only really felt comfortable around guys. In high school and college, I always hung out with guys. And I had just gotten married and moved to the Northern Virginia area, and I didn't have many girlfriends, and I was totally fine with that. I was not wishing for girlfriends or seeking out girlfriends. I was like, no thank you. Girls are catcalling and backstabbing and scary. And so there was also, I only washed my face in the shower. I literally kept my moisturizer in my car, and I put it on when my face felt dry when I was driving from barn to barn. And so that was me before Mary Kay. So the second time they talked to me about Mary Kay, at this point I was a little more like, these women are cool, but I still had no interest in the business. And then the third time, I remember I was at a Mary Kay event and I walked through the parking lot and I saw several free Mary Kay cars. And that was really interesting to me, because until that point I thought they knew someone who knew someone who knew someone who drove a Mary Kay car. And so I loved that, like, I was hanging out with women who were successful, and they were talking about how they supported their families and their business in Northern Virginia on Mary Kay, and that was mind-blowing to me. This is one of the most expensive areas in the country to live in, and our tiny 1-bedroom apartment was like $1,300 a month, and I was like, I know these ladies aren't living in a tiny 1-bedroom apartment. And so I was impressed, because I didn't have to see the women who were making millions. I was impressed by the women who were doing really well in an expensive area in direct sales. So I thought that night, I still remember, I was like, if I were to ever do one of these direct sales things, I would probably do Mary Kay, because at least I know I could be successful. Little did I know, later that night I would decide to get started. These are the things that really got me. The first one was, I learned there were no quotas. So if I didn't do anything, like if I just got my kit and never did anything beyond that, I wouldn't get in trouble. There was no penalty. There was nothing. Like, I could work as little or as much as I wanted, which I loved, because I was like, I can just sprinkle this around my life. The next thing was you could learn business and networking skills. And I don't know who you are, I don't know what you do, but I can tell you, no matter what you do in life, to be the best that you can be, you need phenomenal business and networking skills. I watched my dad build his own business. I was at the time working for a really wealthy family, and the husband, who was like the breadwinner of the family and made a ton of money, was very successful and still is. He made me feel important every time I was in his space, and I knew, I was like, he is so successful because of his business and networking skills. So I thought, okay, if I want my horse business to be amazing, I need stronger business and networking skills. So I thought, I'll do this Mary Kay thing for a few months, and I'll go to everything where they train, so I'll learn all my business and networking skills, and then I'll just kind of put my business on the shelf, keep getting the discount, because I like discounts. I was ready to start taking good care of my skin, so I was like, I'll just keep taking good care of my skin, keep getting a discount. Any customers that I get while I'm working, I can keep, because that's one of the cool things, is it's a consumable product. So I was like, I'll work for a few months, but I'll keep making money after that because people will wash their faces every night and then they'll need more stuff. And so that was like my big plan, and that's really all I put into it. I remember thinking maybe one day I'll earn one of those free cars, but I doubt I'll ever work that hard. And that was it. And I called my mom and I was like, Mom, guess what? I'm gonna start a Mary Kay business. And she was like, don't do it, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I heard exactly what I just said, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay, Mom, I love you, bye. And then I went home and I got on the computer and I filled out my agreement. And what I thought was gonna be about like a sewing machine in my basement that I was really excited about for a few weeks and then didn't do anything after, it's been the complete opposite. I've totally fallen in love with this Mary Kay business. And I'm gonna share with you some of the things because it's like the last thing you would expect. Because when you think about Mary Kay, you're probably thinking that like what I sell is skincare and cosmetics. And you're kind of right. Like that is technically what we sell, but we sell so much more. And so I'm going to tell you about some of the favorite things that I get to sell in Mary Kay. So one of them, and one of the things I'm most passionate about right now, is connectedness. We are in, like, I believe the most disconnected place we've ever been as a society. You know, it's like the more connected we get on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and our phones, and we're texting and we're, you know, like, we're totally disconnected. We don't have that. And oh, by the way, we can fly all over the place now. So no one lives, or not very many people live close to their families. Like I live 1,000 miles away from my family. We don't have tribes anymore. You know, we don't have our people that we stick to. We're not sitting face to face at the dinner table and on the front porch with our friends like we used to because we're all too caught up in Facebook and we think that's enough. But deep down inside, it's not. We are so disconnected. And so the first thing that I'm really selling is connectedness. I have skincare classes, and that's one thing I love is like when the rest of the world is going all internet based, we still use the internet. Believe me, I mean, I have websites and stuff, but the bulk of my business and the way for us to be the most successful as Mary Kay consultants is to be face to face with people and to build that connection and that relationship that we need as human beings. We need to be connected, and Mary Kay provides that. So it provides that for my customers, and then also as a team. I mean, we are a family. Our unit name is the Dream Warriors, and I like to think of us as a tribe. Like we're a tribe. We've got each other's backs. We communicate. We hang out at least once a week, if not twice a week sometimes, just to like improve ourselves, improve each other, and to lift each other up. And I love that connectedness, and that's like probably one of the most valuable things that I sell in Mary Kay, and really it's more of a gift. Okay, the next thing is confidence. When I first started my business, I thought I was a confident person, but I remember that I didn't show up to this event that I really wanted to go to. It was before I started Mary Kay, and my girlfriend from church invited me to a Country Music Awards watch party because Mary Kay sponsored the CMAs. And they were all going to get dressed up as cowgirls and put on their cute boots. And I was like, I'm from Mississippi and I ride horses. I have so many cowgirl clothes and I would love to put them on. So I got all dressed up and I went in the living room and I was like, okay, Joey, let's go. And my husband, Joey, as sweet as he is, was like, I don't feel like going. And then I didn't go because I didn't have the confidence to go to an event with a room full of women that I only knew one of. And so I remember texting Brittany and being like, I'm sorry, Brittany, I'm not coming. And she was probably so disappointed. And really what it came down to is I didn't have that high of confidence, even though I thought I did. And so Mary Kay has grown my confidence so much. And as I went to these weekly events and my confidence was growing, when you could like say the biggest goal ever, okay, in Mary Kay, you can show up and you can say, my goal is to make $1 million this year. And the leader of the group would go, can she do it? And everyone goes, yes, she can. And I was like, part of me is like, these women are a little crazy. But part of me was like, this is amazing. Like, everywhere else in the world, I felt like women were trying to tear me down because like her success meant that I was less, right? And so that's how most women see the world, is that like you have to kind of tear each other down to get ahead. But in Mary Kay, we lift each other up to success, and I love that. And so I was going to these weekly events and my confidence was growing, and I was like, wow, I thought I was confident. If my confidence can grow, like this can help anyone. And so I became really passionate about selling confidence. One of my friends says that Mary Kay is like, we sell confidence cream. So when you're putting your moisturizer on at night, that's your confidence cream. He's like, we should put it in the jars, confidence cream. So I love that. And another thing we sell that I love is hope. You know, I reached a point in my life, I thought like, I'm such a go-getter, I can achieve anything in my life. And then I found myself stuck on the hamster wheel. Like, even me, go-getter, following my dreams to ride horses professionally, was stuck on a hamster wheel. And for me, the hamster wheel was 6 days a week, waking up every morning to go support someone else's dream. I took care of someone else's horses. I took care of someone else's barn. And you know what? At the end of the day, it wasn't getting me any closer to my dream. And that was my hamster wheel. And it was keeping me from being able to do the things I felt like were more important, like go visit my family for birthdays and baptisms and even deaths and things that I needed to be there for. I couldn't, because I was tied down to this job. So for Mary Kay, it helped me get off that hamster wheel. And I remember when I realized, like the day I realized I was stuck on the hamster wheel, I was riding the car with my mom and I looked out the window and I cried, because I thought, if I can be stuck on the hamster wheel, anyone can be stuck on the hamster wheel. And so I vowed that day to get myself off the hamster wheel, and I knew God had given me Mary Kay as an opportunity to get off the hamster wheel and as an opportunity to help other women do the same. And so it gives you hope. Mary Kay is hope. It can be hope just that you can have girlfriends. You can have a tribe. You really can. Or it can be hope that, like, wow, I can love my skin. I mean, it can just be hope even on the customer level, because I love my skin. People all the time are like, how old are you? Like, they think I'm, I don't know, like 22 or something. I'm not, I promise. I'm much older than that. So, anyway, I love the hope that it brings. And for some people, it's not that Mary Kay is an end-all be-all. Like, for me, I thought it would just be kind of like a summer fling, you know? And I've ended up marrying Mary Kay because I fell in love. But that's not for everybody. For some people, it's a connectedness. It's a connection from the career they're in to the career they want to be in. Because sometimes it's hard to take that leap. Like, you have to be able to pay for school, and you have to not have income for a while if you're going to do that. But Mary Kay can be your income, or it can pay for school. And it's so flexible. It can kind of, you know, you can sprinkle it in. So it can help you connect from the career that you're in to the career you want to be. And so many other things. It's hope that, like, when my kids get off of school, I can be there. I can be the one picking them up off the bus. So there are so many things. I'm going to share with you the 4 most popular reasons people start a Mary Kay business. And then I'm going to give you a secret password to tell whoever had you listen to this. It was probably me, but whoever had you listen to this, so that I know you listened and you can get your free gift, okay? So the 4 most popular reasons people start a Mary Kay business. Number 1 is the money. We have more women making 6 figures in Mary Kay than any company nationwide. Shut up. It's big girl money. But we also make the highest % of any direct sales company, so it can be really great side hustle money as well. In an area like Northern Virginia, so many people make 6 figures, but you wouldn't believe that is not enough to pay your bills, because our mortgages are off the charts. We tend to drive too nice of cars in Northern Virginia. Like, everyone's in an Audi and a Beamer. So sometimes it's just the connectedness to, like, help you finish the month. Or maybe you have enough money from your job to pay the bills, but you're not able to save for the vacation that you really want to take your kids on, you know? Or you're not able to save for the house that you've always wanted, or the farm that you've always wanted. And so I love that. It can just be it can be your career, or it can just be a little side thing that's very flexible that you fit into your life. Okay, the next reason, number 2, that most people start a Mary Kay business is because of the priorities. Mary Kay herself, she's a real woman. She started the company on the priorities of faith first, family second, career third, and the golden rule, do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. She believed if you kept your priorities in that order, everything would fall into place. Number 3, recognition and rewards. We get prizes for everything. My beautiful scarf, this was a Mary Kay prize. I mean, so much stuff that I wear. I have bracelets and my watches. Let's see. These are Mary Kay prizes. This is one of my favorite. It has a Mary Kay-ism. It says, let it be me on there. And then I have another one on, but it's hiding. Anyway, so I love the prizes and the recognition. You get to feel like Cinderella just for doing your job. I mean, really? We should be doing this anyway, but we get rewarded like crazy for it. And then there's also the cars as part of the recognition and rewards. Imagine your life without a car payment, but with a new, nice car. That's the difference. Because some people are like, oh, I don't have a car payment because my car's paid off. Yeah, but once your car's paid off, I've been there. It's not so free anymore. Then you're like suddenly having to pay all these bills at the shop and stuff. And so I love that with Mary Kay, I get to earn the use of a free car, and it's a nice new car that I'm not paying payments on. And they also pay your taxes, tag, title, and up to 85% of your insurance. And everyone in Mary Kay has the opportunity to earn the car. There's also trips and things if you like to travel. The 4th thing, are you ready? Number 4, freedom and flexibility. that is huge for me. I'm such a freedom and flexibility kind of person. You work when you want, how much you want, how you want, where you want. As a consultant, you can build your business wherever the U.S. flag flies. If you move into leadership, you actually have the opportunity to build an international business. So I love that. When I go on vacation, I actually take my business with me. When I go visit my family, I take it with me, and then it's a tax deduction, which is a whole other thing in itself. The tax deductions are amazing. So I love that. When I first started Mary Kay, I love the freedom and flexibility because I worked my business one night a week. That is it. I worked it Tuesday nights, and all week as I was going about my life, I would invite people to get pampered Tuesday night. I'd be like, hey girl, I've got this thing Tuesday night. Would you like to be my guest? Like, just because I'd run into her at the tax store or whatever. And she'd be like, sure. And so I would end up with guests almost every Tuesday night, and they would try the product. Sometimes they'd buy stuff, and sometimes they'd join my team. Just in one night a week, I was building a team, I was making some money, I was earning prizes, and it was super fun. Then I decided to do it as my career. And I just stepped it up to about 15 hours a week. Again, totally sprinkling it in around my 6-day-a-week job and my other couple jobs that I had. And so now I have the flexibility to work from home. I have 2 really cute little kids, a 5-year-old and an almost 2-year-old. And so with Mary Kay, I get to sprinkle it around them. I'm actually making this video right before I pick JJ up from preschool. Like, I actually need to finish so I can go pick him up. So anyway, I love that freedom and flexibility to work as little or as much. And then another thing is, if you decide you need more money, you work harder. Like, how many other jobs can you do that? Like, I'm at a point where I'm ready to make a change in my life. I'm ready to pay off debt. I'm ready to earn a nicer car. I'm ready to start showing my horse more again. Like, all these things. And so what I know is all I have to do is work harder, and I'm doing it right now. All right? So thank you so much for watching this video. I so appreciate you taking the time. And the password for today is integrity. Okay? I'm gonna say it one more time. Integrity. Thank you, and have a great day, and I will see you soon at your pampering session. Bye.